So first thing first we're going to see is Doodles. So as you know that Doodles is coming in from the NFT, right? If you've been minting NFT on Doodle platform or anything related to Doodles, then I believe you should qualify. And you might want to check your eligibility. And of course, I think now they have already started to go live. Okay, already started to go live on the 9th of May. Okay, which is yesterday, right? So I think it's trading somewhere around 1 cent or slightly below 1 cent. So if you have been checking on your EVM or Solana, then I think they should have already directly sent the Doodle token to your Solana wallet address if you have already registered. So OG and holders of the Doodles collectibles are eligible. Okay, so yeah, I think some of you guys are getting a lot. Okay, so yeah, so this is the first one. And then moving on next, we're going to see here coming in from SNS. So as you know that this is Solana name services. So if you have registered a domain, probably xyz.solana or xyz.sol, okay, anything to do with the .solana domain, you should at least qualify for this airdrop. Okay, airdrop.sns.id, you're going to check here to see whether or not you're eligible. So you need to hold a .sol name. So it could be, crypto.sol, okay, or bitcoin.sol or solana.sol, okay. And if you have like 5+ character domain, I think you should qualify even more. Because I think that's where the premium is, right? So this is the domain. So for those of you who have missed, maybe you might want to start registering a new domain. Okay, because this is probably you will say this is much more important. That's where you can be able to support the system by pledging your allegiance that you are active in this chain. Okay, showing that you are active for Solana. Okay, and vice versa, and for other chain as well. So any other chain that you are in, you might want to check the domain name. So yeah, they might play a role there for the domain name, right? So like this Solana just came out. So congratulations to you guys for gotten this domain name airdrop. And then next, okay, I'm going to see here coming from Bera chain. So as you know, the Bera chain have also launched this stone 𝗶𝗺𝗀𝗀. Okay, so if you have been staking on Bera chain, then you can start claiming. Okay, claiming this airdrop here, stone 𝗶𝗺𝗀𝗀. Okay, so again, like I said, this is yet another disappointment. Okay, for 2 Ethereum deposit, only get about 17 Bera. How terrible is this? Okay, 2,000, doing about, today is already, the price is about like 4,000. Okay, 2,003 times by 2 is about 4,006 USD, and you're getting about what, $50. So the risk is higher than the reward for staking there. Again, so again, like I said, right, which is very true. People did waste a real money for this, which is very true, and of course, they're wasting time as well. So I've already mentioned anything to do with liquid with staking. Okay, you're not only wasting your time, but you're challenging against whales who have big funds, multiple 6, 7 figure, and they can easily outpace you by just staking alone. So again, like I said, for liquid restaking, you have to be really cautious and to really check the funding as well, very important. Anything less than 10 million, you can forget about wasting time or venturing into the platform. So I've said many times, and hopefully you guys learn your lesson, okay? And I've already learned mine, so I'll probably be much more wiser when it comes to this type of protocol. And then next, we're going to see here coming in from Eclipse. So Eclipse, like I said also, liquid restaking. And of course, there are a lot of swap bridging probably will play a part here for the airdrop. So again, no vesting for this airdrop for Eclipse. Okay, and then the NFT collection, ASC. Okay, all right, and then the airdrop will be coming in very soon for Eclipse, right? Airdrop cycle dropping this week. So again, I think a lot of people have been banking a lot on the 𝗵𝗵𝗺𝗀𝗀. Okay, people have been purchasing the amount of clicks, and of course, I think a lot of people are providing liquidity, LP, to probably maximize their points for the 𝗵𝗵𝗺𝗀𝗀. But again, like I said, these are all liquid restaking game, and it seems that the tapping the bull seems to be a priority for Eclipse. Okay, seems to be a priority for Eclipse, but I'm not sure what is the criteria or eligibility. Later on, we will know on the checker as well. But my take here is that I believe that for those of us who have been bridging from Hyperlink, okay, whether it's from EVM to Eclipse via Hyperlink, probably most likely will be getting the Eclipse airdrop. I believe it will play an important part as well. Probably I would say back probably a good decent amount, a good decent chunk amount, because Hyperlink have already mentioned during the eligibility checker that for those of you who have been doing Hyperlink and have interact with Eclipse, okay, therefore you also be getting the airdrop. So my take here is that since Eclipse is probably much related with Hyperlink, or probably in some way it's like you're closely connected. So I'm just speculating here that probably for those of us who have been bridging via Hyperlink through Eclipse, okay, anything bridging through Eclipse via Hyperlink probably should get a decent amount of Eclipse drop. I believe so, rather than the 𝗧𝗶𝗺𝗀𝗀. Because I think 𝗧𝗶𝗺𝗀𝗀, a lot of people have been, have been purchasing clicks, and I believe most of them who have been providing a lot of liquidity to really break up the points. So that could be another segment. But my take here is the bridging part maybe might play a huge role. Okay, to most likely it will be a separate game changer rather than the liquid staking thing. All right, then next we're going to see here coming in from Resolv Labs. So Resolv Labs, again, so the registration is finally here. You might want to go and register if you have been doing this. Okay, so deadline is on 16th of May. So roughly about 6 days from now. 6 days. Okay, and it is mandatory to set up. Okay, so if you fail to register, then most likely will be forfeited, right? So you better do it if you have been doing this airdrop. And then nonetheless, next we're going to see here coming in from ICA. So ICA Dots have finally revealed the time frame for the tokenomics and token launch, which is TGE as well. So the ticker will be IKA, and then total supply will be 10B. And the first airdrop will be around 50%. Okay, so for those of you, I think, who have been active on ICA, right, you might want to really check it. Okay, I think this is social farming under 𝗧𝗶𝗺𝗀𝗀 network. Okay, under 𝗧𝗶𝗺𝗀𝗀 network. So I think this is probably going to eat as well for those of you who have been doing. Right. Okay, and then last but not least, we're going to see here coming in from Humanity Protocol, some updates here. So for those of you who have been actively claiming you can continue to do so under this new link. So it's testnet.humanity.org. Okay, testnet.humanity.org. And then you can start claiming like this. You're going to claim every single day. It's the same thing, but it seems that they upgraded their website. Okay, so to give much more user-friendly experience for users, right? So you can claim daily, and then you can also sponsor or to invite people to actually join under you so that whatever rewards will be given to you as well. So more referral means more advantage, right? So you might want to continue to start clicking and to check in daily. All right, guys.